Come on, hit it, yeah. The champ is on the mic. Struggles ongoing, but I know the battle is the Lord's. Though tears are overflowing, yet my faith remains. In hope I'm pressing onward. No matter what I face, I rise. His spirit leads me on. All the way, Lord, I pray. Help me say, every day that I wake, I will praise you. Every breath that I take, Lord, I will praise you. My daily motion, I'm moving forward. My daily motion, I'm going higher. My daily motion, I'm moving forward. My daily motion, I'm going higher. Struggles are going, but I know the battle is the Lord's. Though tears are overflowing, yet my faith remains. In hope I'm pressing onward. No matter what I face, I rise. His spirit leads me on. All the way, Lord, I pray. Help me say, every day I'm alive. I will praise you every way while I can. I will praise you. My daily motion, I'm moving forward. My daily motion, I'm going higher. My daily motion, I'm moving forward. My daily motion, I'm going higher. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you with me? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. I owe my life to you. I rest upon your word.
That's right.
Your joy alone, my strength, am right on track. In you I have my peace, the rock that never fails. I pour my love on you. I know you're in control. I'm singing and dancing and praising, moving, 'cause my Lord is good. Rejoicing, progressing. I'm shouting, God is good. Hey, I'm standing under the rock. Hey, I know my God's in control. I hail, 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 I hail. I talk to the Lord, I walk with the Lord. I stand by the word of the Lamb of God. I talk to the Lord, I walk with the Lord. I stand by the word of the Lamb of God. This is my daily motion. It's guidance gives me higher. This is my daily motion. It's guidance gives me forward. This is my daily motion. It's guidance gives me higher. My daily motion. I'm moving forward. My daily motion. I'm going higher. My daily motion. I'm moving forward. My daily motion. I'm going higher. My daily motion. I'm moving forward. My daily motion. I am going higher. My daily motion. I'm moving forward. My daily motion. I'm going higher.
Hello, Daily Motion. How are you guys? You, my Joy girl.
Good.
How are you, Joy girl? You haven't been here. We have almost fired you, oh, Joy girl. I'm telling you, we haven't seen you, your brake light or your front light. This is Olayemi Champion Edushala. This is the Daily Motion Haven of Love, and you are welcome into the house tonight. How are you, my Joy girl? We've missed you. You've been working. Where's my money, my Joy girl? Where is my money? Where's the money? Please, we can't fire you because I know that you have gone to bring money now. You know I like money. Daily Motion fam, it's our weekend. It's our weekend. I'm so excited. It's our weekend. It's hi mama. How are you? Hi mama. How are you? It's a weekend. Hello, good evening everyone. This is Olayemi Champion Edushola. Hi Kiki. How are you?
Good
Hi
evening,
Aya.
girl.
How are you? It's our weekend. Come on in everyone. Come on in. You're in. How are you? This is Dr. Olayemi Champion Edushola. This is a Daily Motion Haven of Love. It is a place where we talk about real issues without the facade and without the judgment. My friend is in the house. Everybody, please stop. Please stop. My friend is in the house. And I don't know how to rap, but maybe today is the day that I start. Hold up. Christy's here. Hold up. Christy's here. Come on, hold up. Christy's here. She's in the house, here to talk, have a conversation with you and I. Christy's here. Everybody hold up. I'm telling you, so many careers I can have. I'm telling and my wine is here, but I haven't even started yet. So come on in. You're welcome. You're in for a treat today. Hey, Christy. And it's not even Tuesday. Oh my goodness. It's not even Tuesday and I am already acting up. It's not Tuesday, my friend. Hello, my friend. How are you? Come on in. How are you guys doing? Hi, love. You're welcome. I'm so happy to be here. This is the third episode of our fourth season, and the first two episodes were they were fun, of course. We had Dr. Ogumbayo talking about cardiovascular disease the first time we came back in February. And then we had the warrior come in the last time we met 2 weeks ago talking about sickle cell disease. That was part 1. And that we casted at 2 p.m., which I'll talk a little bit about in a minute after I finish saying my shout outs. And today is our first It's Our Weekend, where you come in, you tell us what's on your heart, we discuss everything. We don't have any limitations. Today, I am just a producer. Why? Because I have two capable hands who are going to be hosting. So all I'm going to be doing is producing. Please call me producer today. Sorry, let me reintroduce myself. On the mic today, this is producer. The champ is on the mic. Your hosts are in the building, but I'm going to be introducing them in a short moment. So today, just call me producer. That's all I want to go by. Hi, Sharon Atkins. Excited to see you, darling. Come on in. It's nice to be here tonight. I'm so excited to be here. And I'm very excited that soon it will be spring. And we're going to talk about that too. But I cannot wait for you to meet your hosts. Your hosts are in the house. Your hosts are in the house. Hope everything is working well. Your sound is good. Producer is in the house. Yeah, call me producer, baby. My Oscars are right here. Right there. I hope you can see. Yeah. All right. I want us to have a good time tonight, and I want us to chat. Again, if you want to come into the house and you want to join us in the studio, actually, you can. Just send me a chat. Yeah, and I will be there. My joy girl, you can see my Oscars there. I'm telling you. They're right there. I'm telling you. All right, so tonight we're just going to talk about anything that's on your heart. Shubi Salami's in the house. Hi, how are you? So put it in the chat. Anything that's on your mind, we're going to discuss it. We have all the time in the world. And if you want to come into the studio, just let me know. I'll shoot you a link and you'll join us. But first of all, I have this hot friends. And once in a while, when we get a chance, we hang out.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes we do hang out. We don't do much, but we're gonna start doing much. Our plan is to start doing much. But we're not there yet. But at least we're now hanging out. So, but our plan is to start doing much. But they're in the house tonight and they're gonna be hosting. So I'm very, very excited about that. Hi, Pastor E. Pastor E's in the house. Welcome. And so, without further ado, we're going to meet our two hosts. And I want you to see their faces, first. And then, I'll hop on into the studio. But please, emojis, all the hearts, claps, all the love. I want to send mine too for our two hosts that are going to be leading tonight. Here are Okiki and Bev. A round of applause for our hosts tonight. Bev and Kiki in the house tonight. Everybody, let's have a good time.
This producer is on the.
I'm telling you, this producer is on fire.
Yeah.
This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. I promise, I have not drank anything yet. I know it's hard to believe, but I am yet to drink. But I do have food. I have food here. So if you have food, please get your food. I'm eating something special tonight. This is my favorite food of all times. Fried plantains. And it's in hot sauce. So I'm ready. And I already showed you that yeah. Jesu Cola. My joy girl says Jesu Cola is working. It's working. It's working, I'm telling you. I think that's perfect where that's stopping. All right, I'm going to let our hosts introduce themselves in a little bit. I'm going to say two quick things about them, and then they'll introduce themselves to you, and then we can get the conversation started, yeah? All right, so Bev has been here before. Bev is my very good friend that God blessed me with. She's married to another very good friend of mine. His name's Jeff. They've been a blessing to my life. They kind of rekindled my my passion in coupleship. I've said that on this cast before. Bev has been here by herself, and then she came with Jeff at some point, and they did. And they also helped me kind of redirect my vision about, opening myself up to friendship, to viewing relationships and marriage in a different way, the way they work together. Kind of helped me out a lot. And Bev is the most pleasant Nigerian chick I know. She could kill some fried rice and some fried plantains, and she eats my spicy food. And everybody knows I cook very spicy, and Bev will kill some yummy spice without
so good.
batting an eye. So that's the finest Nigerian chick you would ever meet. So I love Bev. This is my sister from another mama. I've been riding with Kiki for a long time. Kiki and I have been riding for a long time. She been knowing me a long time. Kiki and I have been knowing for a long time. And I just love, this is how I describe our relationship. From the bat, naked and unashamed. Not naked physically. Because this is you church people, you are very dangerous. Because by the time we leave now, they say Kiki and Yemi have been naked. Oh, did you hear it on the live wire? No, but I mean, it is so nice, when you meet somebody and there's no need to form or front, and you feel comfortable enough to just be open and just share. And that's how it's been. We talk about hard stuff, and she gets my craziness, and I can tell you I'm sorry, ma. She's a pastor, so but and you can't say pastors are crazy, but she's equally crazy. Woman of God, please.
I'm a down to earth.
But she is so cool, and I love her husband, and her daughter is my daughter's sister. So I know they have each other saved on their phones as what does Monife have Zoe as? Does she have her saved as cousin? They're cousins. Yeah, they're cousins on their phone. Yeah. Yeah. So best cousin or something is what Monife has us saved as. So we go way back, and I'm just so happy. We're worship sisters, and it's just been a pleasure knowing her. So I'll let Kiki go first and introduce herself to you. When we do this on Daily Motion, you tell us what you do. You tell us how many husbands you have, what you like,
Okay.
your pet peeves, what you like doing, and what you don't like that people do. Keep it real here. Don't let people keep it real here, yeah. All right, go ahead and introduce yourself to the Daily Motion family, Kiki.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Okiki Olaoluwa Ine. People call me Kiki because they just can add the O for short. I have 3 husbands. I have 3 men in my life. One is James, one is Joel, and one is Aaron. I currently create plan of care for mental health patients. So yes, I work with mental health populations. Um, I hate it when people are fake. It just shuts me off and pisses me off as well. And I love it when people are real. Just be you. And yeah, that's all about me. I'm very exciting, as you can see. Um, and then I share the same birthday with my producer. She forgot that part.
That's us. That's
I
us.
did.
What you see is what you get.
What you get. That explains it. Oh my God, this girl.
Hi, Mommy Stella. How are you? Hi, Auntie Irene. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I don't know if I missed anybody and didn't say hi. If you're here and I didn't say hi, you're very welcome. Please come in. Tonight, it's our weekend. And whatever you want to share that's on your heart that you want to discuss with us tonight, we're all here for it. And we're going to throw things at you. And any questions we ask tonight, we're asking to you and the people that are sitting next to you by your house. Go ahead, Bev, and say hello and introduce yourself to the Daily Motion fam.
Well, hello. It is my absolute pleasure to be here tonight. My name is Beverly Bowman, and I, on a daily basis, as far as what I do for work, is I am a fat loss coach, which doesn't sound too great, but I'm a certified coach, and I work with midlife women. I'm hearing an echo. I'm very sorry. So I am just super happy to be here. And first things off, Yemi is an amazing cook. Okay, she is an amazing cook. And she, if you have not gotten a singing text message from her, then you're not living, because she's amazing. So, but what do I not like? I don't like when women say things about themselves that are not true. Because we have a tendency to do that, and it ticks me off. So Okiki and I are going to have to talk about that. But
Yeah.
and what I'm just so happy to be here so that I can just share some of this energy that Yemi has. I am a midlife cheerleader. I feel like if there's any stage of life that women are in that needs a cheerleader, it's midlife. And so that is what I love to do on a daily basis. I do have 2 other part-time jobs that I do. I manage a building, and I am a marketing executive for a chain of freestanding ERs in Texas. And so I do marketing for them. I enjoy that very much. But day in and day out, I love coaching women and connecting with them, for sure.
Thank you so much, Bev. Sorry, look, don't let them fire me. My host was hearing an echo. That means I'm about to lose my job. Please, don't let them fire me, because I don't want to lose I like this producer job, please.
We're not firing you.
Hey, Dr. Fayemi is in the house. She said we're going to be lyrical tonight. Were you here in the beginning, Fayemi? Because I started with a rap tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you miss it, please make sure you watch the playback, because I was rapping. I was I'm getting ready. Watch the Oscars tomorrow, please. You might see me there. All right. How's everyone doing? I don't know what you want to get started with tonight. Let me tell you a few things. 2 weeks ago, we did our cast Is that correct English? We did our cast. Yeah. You went to school.
It's all right. It's okay.
You're running the thing. You get to say whatever
Hey,
you want.
I can say
whatever you want to say. Yes.
We did
as
our
long as
cast.
we get the drift.
We cast our
you-
cast.
You cast the cast.
We casted it.
Just
Please, Daily Motion fan, please chime in. We casted our cast. We did our cast. We did the thing. This thing we are doing right now. We did it. We did it at 2 p.m. 2 weeks ago. So, I'm so sorry if you missed it. I did send out the video promo, and I said it was at a special time. And the reason we did that was two reasons. I know that late last year in season 3, we were trying to see if other times worked for us. And 2 p.m. on Saturdays was one of the times that we were kind of testing out to see if it worked. I wanted to test that and to see if it worked. To be very honest with you, that was one of the reasons. But the other reason was because we were talking about sickle cell disease. And sickle cell disease, we were celebrating Black History Month. I usually find a creative way to celebrate things, you know, and in as much as we wanted to celebrate the great achievements of Black people, I also wanted to bring to the surface some of the things we are still struggling with. Sickle cell disease is a Black disease, and sometimes with those things, we do struggle with getting a voice for it. And since that was the case, I wanted to run the cast at a time that people who were in African countries were still awake. So we did that at 2 p.m. so that they would still be awake in places like Nigeria or Cameroon or Ghana, so they could be part of the live if they got a chance to see it. So that's why we did that. But I don't know. It worked for me because luckily for me, I was able to attend a party later on that evening, like at around this time. So you tell me if you think 2 p.m. can work. But like I told you when I came back in February, there are going to be some things that I'm going to just run. For example, I have a fine psychiatrist that's going to come talk to us about mental health sometime in April. And she's only available on Fridays before 3 p.m. So sometimes I'll just run a special. You know, she's going to focus on bipolar disorder, anxiety, and depression, and, you know, just what happens in the seasonal affective disorder. We're going to go into the spring and, you know, just teaching people how to cope during those dark months so that when the dark months come later on in the year, we know how to deal. So I'll tell you about that. So those are going to be at a special time, and they'll stay on our page, you know. You can go back and watch it if you're not able to join the cast when it happens. So sorry about that if you missed that. Look, 2 people went to school. Let's see. My joy girl said, we aired the cast. British English. Wait, please clap for her. Yes, we did the thing. We did it. See? That's how they sent us to school. Do you know I owe the government almost $300,000? And I don't know how to speak English. You see? We aired the cast. And then Mama said we can also say we did the casting at about 2 p.m. Okay. Look at that. See? Just call me producers. Producers don't need how to speak English. They just know how to press the button. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much for that addition. My joy girl said we must pay it off. Oh, we must pay it off. I'm telling you, Jesus will pay it. Jesus will pay it. Hallelujah. All right. So I think that if you want to pop into the studio tonight, just put it in the chat and let us know. What do you want to talk about? Like, what's on your heart? Tonight, we're just here to chat. So what's on your heart that you want to talk about? But I'll first start tonight by asking, I'll ask Bev. I'll start with Bev. The year is, like, we're almost into the first quarter, right? Mm-hmm. Can you believe that?
No, I cannot.
Yeah,
it's really, really crazy to think that we are heading down, you know, mid to late March here.
How has it been for you so far? Tell us.
So far for 2023, I have to say that in the last 30 days, I'm riding pretty high. I gotta say, something has happened and I'm not going to, just ramble on here, but I do have a little story. I've been coaching for 3 years now, and as a woman of faith, as a Christian, like I've separated my coaching from my faith, really. I and in the last month I've been able to forge them together and have some really great conversations about our faith, fitness, and food all together, and that has really energized me because it's been so fun. It aligns with everything I believe, and so that just gives me a lot of energy, and I'm just having a ton of fun doing it. So can't say it's been like that the whole time, but I'm really loving it.
Oh, that's amazing. Go ahead, Kiki.
So, Miss Bev, real quick, how do you term your slogan? Is it the 3 F's? Because I see faith, food, and fit. Like, what's your
and fun, baby. You need I
and
like
Four F's.
I like that.
I have pom poms. Like, don't make me get them out. So we have a lot of fun all the time. Because
That is good.
it can leak out. The fun leaks out in midlife. Let me just say, sometimes if we're not actively putting it back together. So, yeah, I need a slogan, and it really bugs me as a marketing person that I don't have this wrapped up.
We're gonna
We're
wait
gonna make it happen.
after I finish my wine tonight. We're gonna come up with a slogan, but not before.
Okay, definitely. We'll put
Daily
that on.
Motion family, we're coming up with a slogan for Miss Bev before we leave tonight. That's the one assignment we have. Assignment number 1.
I would love that, honestly.
That would be great. That would be great. Awesome. The year so far.
So, how about you, Kiki? How are you doing? Or give me the 2023, Kiki.
Ooh. 2023 for me is not something that what I expected. You know how New Year's Eve you get so many prophecies. It's gonna be a year of this, and there's so much way how we wanna interpret, or we wanna, make it feel good, even though it ends up not being good. We're so quick to accept some prophecies. But personally, what I believe God told myself and my family, that it's going to be a year of surprises. It's also going to be a year of new beginning. Yeah, I felt the same way you did, Bev. I was like, I want some surprises. But I will say, fortunately, it's been pretty challenging for the first 3 months for myself and my family. Not what I expected at all. Not the type of surprise I was expecting. But the good thing about it,
you've gotten a surprise already, but it maybe just wasn't a rah-rah surprise.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a rah-rah surprise. It was like, what in the world is this, Lord? Like, I didn't see this coming. Surprises that takes you way back to what you don't want to experience again. Surprises that kind of opens up some wounds, some past wounds. But the good thing about it is it builds your muscle.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm going to call it a challenge, because it's a good one. It builds your muscle. I thank God for grace. It just can only be God with everything going on around myself and my family right now. But hey, it's rough.
Hey, and guess what? It's only March, right?
It's
if you're talking
only
about
March.
2 years and you get prophecy, it's only March. Like, we're gonna keep going.
That most
We're gonna hang on
definitely,
tight.
most definitely. Oh yes, I strongly believe that for every birth, there's always some pain around it. So let me use that word. I'm pregnant. I'm expectant. Yours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
love
right.
it.
And I wonder, when we hear this prophecies also, when they say there's going to be surprises,
Surprises.
we do just assume that the surprises are going to be positive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because we're human and it's a new year. Why not? Why not positive surprises? But then what we call positive sometimes is not what God calls positive. Sometimes he shifts the
True that.
gears so that we can get into our positive. Somebody say amen. Oh, producer,
Amen,
pastor,
girl.
prophet
Preach it,
tonight.
producer.
Oh, the wine is working.
It's working.
No, but on the real though, yeah, sometimes what we think is the positive is not what I think is shifting us into the positive, and we just have to hold on, and and I think that's why that's why this sisterhood makes me, so good.
What about you? What about you, Yemi?
Uh-huh.
How's your 2023?
My 2023 has been fabulous. I've been in hiding for 2 months.
She said fabulous.
It's been wonderful. So 2023 has been wonderful. Actually, it has been. God has been surprising me, also. And He has met me at every point of need. And when I say every point of need, I mean there was need, but He has met it at the point. When I say the point, I meant the very point,
there.
not 1 second before. It was, but like right there, and He has met every point of need. And I mean, and I really can't wait to share what God has done when the time is right to share it. But He has done beyond what I could ever ask or think, really. And you are both aware that I do and the Daily Motion family is aware that I do my fast. And this year, after I finished my fast in January, God said, well, how about 1 more month with me? But I couldn't tell anybody. Yeah. So for everyone who called me, I called them back. But for everyone who didn't call, I didn't call. So because I didn't want people to say, what's wrong with you? Are you the only one who talks to God?
The one that killed Jesus?
Come on, get out of here. I didn't want
there.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want people to say what's wrong.
He just had more to say to you. He had more to say.
And I enjoyed the second month of my retreat, equally well. And I knew I wasn't ready in January. Like I knew. And, but March, as you can see, I'm all out, and so no, but yeah, it's been beautiful. And I'm grateful. I'm just so grateful. And we have stuff from the family. Go ahead. You're going to say something. Go ahead.
I say, so would you say the January fasting for you was kind of more of a something it has become like a ritual? Maybe that's why or did you really like?
Actually,
Yeah.
I'll tell you the truth about that. I know exactly why. Well, I don't know exactly why He wanted more, but I have an inkling. I went into this year a little unsettled. Usually by December 31st, I'm all shut down. Like I have handled all my extracurricular activities. This year, like I was still dabbling with a few things into the 5th of January. One, because my children also shut down with me. They're not able to have interactions outside of my house when I shut down. And like right before January 1st, Monife said, oh, this retreat is here. And I know somebody's going to ask me to hang out right when you start your retreat. And surely on the 1st of January, her friends were all going to hang out in Orland on the 1st of January. And I was like, I feel really bad. Like she has not killed Jesus and she doesn't have as many problems as I have. So I'm like, why am I forcing this kid to shut down with me? So I actually let her hang out with her friends until the 4th. But because she was out of my house, I couldn't like focus. So that was a distraction. I didn't really shut down until the 5th. Another thing was I was upset about something that I had carried from the fall. And when I approached the throne, I could literally hear God say, "This is not how you come. You have not come the way you come." So I really struggled to get into that zone. So it took a while for me to get in. So it was no surprise when, at the end of January, it's like, stay right here. Stay right. Yeah, I was not shocked at all. So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's probably why. No, it doesn't. I try not to. You know me now. I'm not a ritualistic somebody like that. I keep it on the real. I'm not a religious Christian. I walk with God, and I play with God. I walk with people, and I play with people. Yeah. So it's like, So I don't do it just because it's that time. I take it seriously, and it's just that time. I do my shutdown. Let's see what the family had to say. Go ahead.
Have you ever done a show talking about how to do what you do? Because I think it would be, like the logistics of
doing it.
Like you have to go to your job, you have to do certain things, but yet you're able to cocoon.
Yeah, I don't think I think if people ask me on a even when people ask me on a one-to-one basis, I preface it by saying we're all different, and the way we relate with God is different. So don't think you have to do it the way I do it, because we're not the same human beings. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing you have to know. You first have to find how God wants you. I have, I've been privileged to know how he wants me to come. So it works for me. And that might not be it for you. I might do mine for a month, and you might be a good girl, and God only needs you for 3 days. Some of us, it takes a month. Some other person, it might only take a day. It's like this Yemi, she's gonna need about a year. So I always tell people it might not be a month for you. It might just be just a day. It might just be a week where you just need to take some time off. It might not be in the beginning of the year. It might be like in July. It might be the week of your birthday. It might just be a weekend. I do it also throughout the year. Sometimes when I just feel like I'm distracted, I take the weekend off, and I don't engage. So I mean, if people are interested in asking me that, I tell them what I do, but I always preface it by saying you have to find how God wants you to come. You don't have to do it the way I do it. All right, let me see what the family said. Christy said, I feel like there has been a move happening, in 2023.
Yes.
Amen, sis.
Okay.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes, that's that song. This is a move. I love it. I love it. Oh, I was singing that song actually last week. Yeah, I was singing that song. Come and do what you do. Yeah. You feel like there has been a move. My joy girl was saying that she thought the sound sounded low, and I ran a poll on the side, and some people said that the sound was okay. So if you think the sound is low as well, can you put it in the chat? And if the sound is not low for everybody, my joy girl, I'm going to buy you a microphone and a hearing aid. But DM fam, could you please take
it up with the producer?
I don't. Right. My joy girl, do you want them to fire me from my job that I'm enjoying today? You don't like how I'm happy today? No, but for real, if the sound is low on your end, can you kindly tell me and just tell me who's low, if it's me or if it's just one of us, and I can fix that. I can definitely fix that. All right. Okay. And she's my joy girl is also claiming something that we said on here a little bit ago. Let's see. I'm looking at my poll. I'm sorry. I was looking at my poll. By the way, DM fam, in 2 weeks, I wanted to let you know that I have a phenomenal woman. March is Women's History Month. We celebrated International Women's Day on the 8th of March. And but the whole month of March is Women's History Month, and I wanted to celebrate that. And the next time we cast, I'm bringing a phenomenal and a sensational woman onto this forum. And if you don't come next time, you're going to be charged $50 every time you attend after that. Yeah. This lady is phenomenal. Bigger than Oprah, I dare say. Yeah, bigger than Oprah. So she's going to be joining us. And if I need to adjust my time to fit her time, I will do that. I will do whatever it takes to get here, to get her here. And please, I want you to join us. Do everything that you can to join us in 2 weeks. A phenomenal, amazing, selfless, pure, just true woman. And because when I thought about what woman I wanted to celebrate for Women's History Month, there was no other person I could think about. Join us in 2 weeks. Don't miss out. More to come. All right. Oh, Pia is here. Hi, Pia. How are you? Hug. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I haven't drank any alcohol. It's just joy. I've got joy overflow in my heart. Okay. So, P.I. said the sound is fine, and Duchess, we need to buy her another phone and another hearing aid and another microphone. My joy girl, please don't mind them, oh. Please don't increase your volume. You don't know whether my joy girl has got to bring money now. You're telling her to go increase her phone. Just manage the volume how you are hearing it, my joy girl. All right, DFM, whatever you want to talk about, I'm saying, join the conversation. What's on your heart that you want to talk about tonight? Please let us know. So what did you do for International Women's Day? Did you how did you celebrate? Did you do social media posts? And really for the DM family, did you just celebrate it if you're a woman on the cast? Or did you tell your girl daughters or girl goddaughters or nieces, did you tell them what it meant? Or were you just celebrating it by yourself? Where do we want to start? I'm going to start with Kiki. Kiki, how'd you celebrate?
Well, to be honest, I didn't even know it was one until I got. Hey, it's a real platform. No judgment.
No judgment. No facade. No judgment.
So I'm just so I didn't realize it was one until I saw a post from one of my church members saying Happy International Women's Day, and I'm like, yay, women, yeah, and all that. And then I sent a couple of friends, a couple of colleagues of mine at work, and I posted it to the platform, and I wished everybody Happy Women International Day. And yeah, I didn't tell my daughter anything. When she grows up, she'll figure it out. I'm sorry. I'm just, I didn't do any of that. And I went back to business as usual.
When she starts having her own problems, right?
Then she becomes one. But I will make it a point of, I will make sure I do something nice next year. I plugged it in.
We should do something. We should have a girls thing next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
That'll be awesome.
Let me write it down.
That'll be awesome.
Producer notes. Bev, how'd you celebrate?
Well, this year, okay, so in true transparency, until I was on social media, I did not know there was such a thing. So
See?
I was not on social media prior to becoming a coach, but this year, how I celebrated is I have met a woman who has a local shoe store here. It's a triathlon slash running walking shoe store. Okay. And so I've met her in the last year, and we did a reel about women entrepreneurs and having small business, and we had a lot of fun with that. We used if you're on social media, all the pretty girls walk like this. We did that, so that was super fun. We did a whole, you walk in with your high heels, and then you hop into your gym shoes, and you do the thing. So it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
I live in a house of I have 2 boys and a husband, and I didn't get to share the message with anybody personally, but I'll have to keep that in mind. I'll make my own little non-mini producer. I'm host.
Yeah.
Host notes.
Host
for next
notes.
time.
Most notes, right?
DM fam, how did you celebrate? What did you do? Did you just do posts? What did you guys do to celebrate Women's International Women's Day or Women's History Month? Do you tell anybody about it? And I think my other question is, is there gonna come a time when somebody's gonna say, well, you guys, anyway, you have too many days. Mother's Day, Women's Day, Girls' Day, all these days. Go sit down. Do you think we have too many days?
Who runs the world?
Girls.
Who runs the world?
Girls.
What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong if we have it every day. 'Cause we rock.
Yeah.
People choose, their sweetest day. People choose not to celebrate. I mean, give us a day. There's National Hot Dog Day. Like, people pick and choose. So give us all the days. We'll pick them. We'll celebrate them.
There's a toilet day. There's
What?
World Toilet Day. I'm telling you, wait, I'm going to say this happened, and I'm going to confirm. The producer's going to confirm. I think it's November 19th. So there's like a day that celebrates men, but it happens to coincide with a toilet type of day or something. I'm gonna. I'm not drinking.
No.
I'm telling you, I'm not drinking. I keep saying that I'm not drinking, but I'm so serious about this.
Look it up.
I'm not drinking. World Toilet Day. There is a World Toilet Day of some sort. There is, but it's also like the Men's Day. Yeah.
What are they celebrating?
Toilets, I think.
The seats or the. I'm just asking a question.
Right.
I don't know. There's all kind of days, but yeah. There is. I don't know what we're celebrating with that, but but hey, you guys are acting as if toilets are not important. Those are about.
They are very
Hey.
yeah. I just don't know what part of the thing they're selling. Is it the shape of the toilet or the fact that
We can go?
civilization came up?
There's
I don't know.
tall ones. There's short
There's
ones.
short
There's
ones,
bidets now.
bidets,
bidets.
yeah.
There's bidets now. Yeah, I'm very interested in bidets. Yeah,
I'm sorry from sidetracking from the whole big topic, but have you guys ever sat down on this toilet that keeps your butt warm?
Those are the bidets. They come in all kinds of things. Yeah,
that is-
there's
it feels
some
so
that
good.
there's some that
sit
vibrate.
up?
There's some that just keep it warm. Yeah, they
Vibrate?
Yeah.
Oh, shut the front door. But the
Yeah,
warm one is
the
good.
front
though. Like,
the
you
front
sit
door
there
is
and-
shut. The front door is shut. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I actually, we have in our master bath, we have the add-on to the toilet. Like, it's not a whole different, and I don't enjoy it as much as my husband enjoys it, but to each his own.
Well, yeah. Bidets are they're really nice, actually. I think, yeah.
Very
But
useful.
well, yeah, they're useful. And for certain cultures and religions, they don't wipe with tissue. So I mean, I think they wash each time they go to the bathroom to either ease themselves. Number one, or number two, they wash. So I think for them, bidets are like a necessity. But for us that just want it because we want it, they're not bad either. They're okay. Yeah. World Toilet Day, November 19th, confirmed. Yeah. But it also is the day that we celebrate men. Yeah. Yeah.
That is definitely on purpose.
There's
Yeah.
a connection, right?
They enjoy their sitting at their
They
time
do
on the
actually.
toilet.
They actually do.
They do. There's
They
some
do.
tech magazines over there. Read
They do.
newspapers and you just
They do, and they hide there. Sometimes there's this movie. There's this movie where who's in this movie where the guy just goes there like they have I think they have a few kids, and like when he just does not want to participate, he just kind of like goes in there and pretends he's in there. And one day his wife just went in there like, really, what are you doing in here? And he's like, he's just on his phone, and he got caught, and he couldn't hide. I forgot the name of that movie. It's a pretty interesting scene. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting scene. Anyway, all right, let's go into the into the chat. What Bisola does with her own International Women's Day. Well, I celebrated by writing an epistle to my daughters. But I did not add Bible verses this time, and I sent a post to all the women in my life. Yeah, that's very nice, Bisola. That's very good. Yeah. Well, there's an inside joke in that, and she said she didn't add Bible verses to her daughter's post because Bisola, she threatens her children with Bible verses. So yeah, she does. Like anything that happens, if it's about washing dishes, she has a scripture for it. If it's about folding your clothes, she has a scripture for it. And we said one day these children are gonna run away from church because you have a scripture for anything. Like if you want to correct them, just correct them someday without a scripture, okay? Just say fold your clothes, okay? It doesn't have to be attached to scripture, So that's why that's that inside joke. She didn't add any Bible verses. Yeah.
she's making sure she's putting the word in.
Get the word in. Get the word
word
in.
in.
She's a worded woman of the word. Wow.
Yeah.
She's a wow.
And you have not had any wine.
And it's wine. Yeah.
You see me, right? My glass is like right where it was. Yeah, I haven't touched it.
No, that
Yeah,
was
so-
where it was when we started.
Yeah.
But that where it was before we started.
That I just put it. See, same as my plantain. I haven't had it. It's still here.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I'm going to. Yeah. So Pi was saying she can't. Oh, Chrissy said she thinks that those days it's all about the community. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, for the community, you mean to acknowledge, what we do, to acknowledge like our roles, to acknowledge how far women have come. I mean, it's a good time to be a woman. I think it's a great time to be a woman. I can't imagine living in those days where, for the kind of feminist I am, I'm sure they probably have chopped my head off. Yeah, because I would have been fighting about a lot of things. Yeah, it's a great time to be a woman. And Pi says she can't keep up with all the days. Yeah, yeah, we confirmed World Toilet Day. It's November 19. It's one of my favorite people's birthdays. Hi Tito, how are you? How are you? What are they counting for you? I missed this. My cousin literally said, Tony, we are counting for you. And I couldn't but laugh it out loud. What was that? I missed that. I missed when that came in. Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I think this was about World Toilet Day, what Ifemi was talking about. All right. I'm going to throw it. I'm resigning, guys. I'm going to my full-time job as a producer. I'm resigning. I'm throwing it over to the host. Host Kiki, the show is yours. Go ahead and tell us what's on your heart tonight.
Yeah.
The family's yours.
Before we jump into that real quick, I just wanted to
Uh-huh.
ask what are our plans for spring? I mean, springtime is coming. I have one, and maybe you can help me out, Beverly. I want
Okay.
to I want to be ready for some bum shot looking, you know what I'm saying?
Bum shorts.
Bum tone looking
It's my-
figures. You know what I mean? Like some.
It's my
I don't know if
stretch.
you know, I am very voluptuous, but at the same time, I have plans to be in a bum shot looking. You got it.
It is the
That is.
It
the
is the,
you got
the
it.
cellulose. So what is this? What is that? Cellulose?
Cellulite.
Cellulite? Okay.
Cellulite.
Yeah, that's my
It is
problem.
not a. Well, we've got a doctor producer, but cellulite is not a medical condition. Okay.
Okay.
Right?
I'm a producer
So-
tonight. I don't. Who is the doctor?
But what were you pointing to down there?
Cellulose.
What you talking about? Yeah.
You got some legs, you got some glutes, you got some things going on.
Yeah.
You're working on the
Yeah.
peach.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm working on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
All
that's my plan for the spring.
For
And
bum
this
shorts.
question is for everyone out there as well, our audience. What's your spring plan? What are you looking forward to this spring?
I
was-
wanted flowers and I didn't plant them. Bev, I never got the bulb from Bob's Bulb. Yeah, never. I'm gonna buy them again. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
you got to do it in the fall. But
Yeah.
we still have flowers. They just won't be, the annuals. But we'll do that this fall. We will do that this fall because I actually have the bulbs to plant. I did not plant them either, but they're nice
Well, you
and
you
chilly
got
cold.
them?
I did. I ordered them and then they never got in the ground. So I'm not very far from where you are with that whole plan. But
Okay.
we're going to buy our flowers. We're going to buy our perennials, right?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
that is
Beverly,
definitely. Go ahead.
somebody said something.
Mm-hmm.
Christy said, "I'm looking forward to being in my garden." That's good. That is.
I
good.
love being outside. Yeah.
Outside.
Yes.
What are your
yes,
plans?
That is
What are your plans, Bev?
so this spring, I am looking to, I did this 2 years ago and I want to do it again this year, but I started having and offering workouts right in front of I've got this grassy area, public area near my house. And so that's what I want to do. As soon as the weather is nice enough, I want to get back out there and offer, we did it once a week. I think we did it through the month of May. And it was awesome. Just a great way to meet community, meet some people. So I had sent some flyers around and it was really cool. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But the flowers is also on my docket for sure.
So, if I heard you correctly, you are looking forward to engaging people outside with some help to get them into their bum shot looking activities.
Bum shorts.
Because you're about to have someone that will join that. Just let me know what time it is, because I'm serious.
Okay.
I want to put
Okay. I think I would like to do it on a Saturday because then women who are working, maybe they'll have a better opportunity. But yes, we just have to get moving. We don't have to do it perfectly. We don't have to do it, an exact way, but we do have to get moving. And that is what I'm super passionate about. And, fat loss is basically let's build some lean muscle tissue. And that's really what you want to do, right? That you want to build a little bit of tone and a little bit of this and that. And yeah.
A little bit of this and she already has a little bit of this and that. Yeah, you've seen her.
More about toning up the.
Yeah, she got a lot of this and that. Yeah, she
It's the Lord's doing. It's marvelous.
It is marvelous in our sight.
All right, so
I-
okay, so Okiki, if we weren't having this conversation, what were you going to do to make your spring plan come to fruition? Like, what are you doing in preparation for that?
I started something. I mean, I do exercises every morning, at least 4 times in a week. But I'm not sure if it's helping the bum shot area. But at least, like you said, I just keep moving. So I'm doing some movement. You know.
Yes. Well, and we
I
can talk
started
about
that.
that. You said we could talk about anything, and we can talk about that for sure. But yeah, it is nice to not only have a plan, but if you feel like it's actually being effective, right? I mean,
Yeah, I don't think it's effective. I'm just doing some whatever it is I was doing. But, yeah, it's effective. It's effective in my brain because as long as the brain is getting the message that you are
Yeah.
shaking, you are moving, you are stepping, and you are sweating, that is it.
well,
As
Yeah.
long as I one small sweat like this, I know I done something.
Yeah.
we do know
Maybe-
that moving our bodies creates new brain cells, new thoughts. I mean, that may be when you're on a walk and you get an idea. That could be part of that. Like we refresh our whole bodies when we move our bodies. So it really is a God-given gift. And I'm glad you're making it happen 4 times a week. That's awesome.
And it helps with dementia.
Oh,
Yes, it
that's
does.
a very good reason to
So,
hit-
yeah,
jump
so-
on the treadmill.
Because
Straight, I will be
because
quick. Ha.
because I can't remember anything. Hello, Mayor. Hello, you're welcome. Yes, you're going to pay your fine. You're going to, yes, because you're late. You are late. But now that you're here, I can start drinking.
Oh my goodness.
I thought I saw someone saying something about the time we're losing tonight.
Yes.
Somebody post something
Yes.
else? I
Yes.
know. I wish we could get that back. Can't pass that. Yeah.
I'm so tired of the back and forth.
Back and forth. Just stick to one thing and just leave it that way. I mean,
They put it.
don't matter
It was
what
a
time it
bill. They haven't put it up to law yet, but we have to get rid of daylight savings. We just got to do it. It's got to happen.
yeah,
one of
because
these
they're
years.
taking a lot away from me.
You know what I do now? I take Benadryl when daylight savings time, when we lose an hour. Because I used to be so silly. I would be, well, when I was younger, I would think, oh, it's only just 7, and then I would sleep later than I would usually, and then I would be a mess the next day. But now that I am older and wiser, I take Benadryl. So I go to bed even earlier than I would sleep. So the next day I wake up a little normal. Yeah.
There you go.
That's good.
So that's
So-
what I plan to do.
Daily Motion family. This is the question I have for everyone tonight. Do we think women support each other?
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
I mean,
Loaded.
do we think as women? I mean, we're celebrating ourselves, right? And yeah, it's a International Women's Day, week, month for everyone. But do we actually support each other? Do we? Yeah, that's a question.
Yeah.
It's open for discussion. Daily Motion fam. What's your
I
what's your
can't-
thought on that?
I can't wait to hear some of these comments because I've got my own thoughts.
Why don't you go for it, Bev? Why don't you go
Yeah,
for it?
go ahead, Beth. Give our
right.
audience a few time to type.
I think that, and again, it's just my personal opinion, but I think that we as women, we become judged, and we don't even know we do it. We walk in the grocery store, and maybe you spot someone that you haven't seen in years, and and we immediately evaluate whether they're doing better than us or we're doing better than them. It's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And I just think I think we carry these gavels around, and we do support women. We support women we love, maybe, right? But maybe ones we're not in agreement with, or we don't understand, or we're jealous of. I mean, fill in the blank. I think we as women can struggle with that. So that's just my initial thought.
I agree with that. I agree with that. There's a comment from hi Tito Doing Tomato. There's a comment from YouTube too. He says absolutely no. that's a strong no.
Yeah, why is that?
I think that
Yeah,
I think Bev said something that's very important. Is like you instantly going to this. Is she doing better than I'm doing?
yeah, but I get that part. Why?
Is that the self-assessment?
Where is that coming from? Like, is
We're
it
threatened.
From
We're
some type
threatened.
of insecurity?
We are threatened.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
I think it is.
Why is and you're so right. I can remember a time where I went to a party. I love partying. That's my way of relaxing. But unfortunately, it has so died down. Like it's.
Unfortunately, don't say it's so that you are getting old. You say that so died down. You say,
No,
please,
I'm not look.
please help
I'm
me.
not excuse me.
Please,
I'm not getting old.
please, people, help me be inviting this pastor to your party. She's not current again. Before she's current. Now she's not current. Please invite her.
And I remember entering a party and seeing a few, faces I've seen in a while. And I could feel their eyes, all over my body, like they sized me up. Why would you think I will come to a party with all that I have? That would be dumb. Like it's like they feel okay. How you look determines how much you have, or like they just size you up and just check you out. Like okay, oh, she got on the same shoes the last time I saw her. Why is that?
How you doing?
Why do we do that as women? Like you just said, Ms. Bev, it's just like you automatically want to determine by their appearance if they're doing better than you. I'm some type of a girl where I sometimes I don't even care. I can just throw anything on and you can see me in the grocery store. You won't even know, oh, what is that you? I dress the way I feel like. I don't dress to please somebody or do things because I want to please anybody. I do it because that's the way I feel like doing it. And if you come out judgmental or trying to size me up to determine whether I've moved up or I've leveled up or why is there so much insecurity? Why is there so much self like we use other women to determine our worth? We are women. We have been created, like, come on now. We are the most strongest species in the place of this earth. You don't even have to try to be strong. You are strong.
You are strong.
You are strong.
You're already strong.
Miss Joy, please pardon my English. You are strong. You are already strong.
There are comments in the chat. Ifemi says, I don't think there is such thing as women supporting women. People support whoever they want to support. And then, and we can talk about that. And PI says, true. We support women we love. However, misery loves company. So we look to put others down to feel better about ourselves. And let me stop there. And what do you guys have to say about those two comments? And then I'll pull in the other comments. Yeah.
Go ahead, Beverly, because I could sense you got something to say.
Well, there's how we as women, you exhibit confidence when you say, I don't dress for someone, I dress because I want to be comfortable, and I want to dress how I want to feel good. But some women, and I could be in that position where I let that woman who is so confident suck the life out of me, right? Like I can go to that same party and I can survey the land and and be great. Like I feel good about how I look. And then that woman comes in and she's got it all together. She just, everybody looks, and then does that devalue me? Some women that can happen if you're not confident in who you are. And it's not a fake confidence. It's for me, it's the beauty of Christ. That's what gives me confidence. Now, did it used to be in my body? Yes. But I've done a lot of work there, because it's very easy to either feel shame or feel like a huge sense of pride where it's not about God at all. You can have pride in your body and, never bring, you stand in all your glory instead of giving the glory to God.
That's true. That's true.
That's so
Hi, Bimbola, long time no see, baby. Bimbo says, due to our nature as women, we tend to pull down, then we build without even knowing it. And I think that's actually what it is. I'm going to type some words that we have said in the chat, just so that we can look at them. We said something. One of the words was threatened. And so just ponder over that even as you go. Like, when do you feel threatened? Like, what are the things that make you feel threatened without even knowing it? And I think one of the things that somebody said is that without even knowing it. Bimbo said that. When do you feel threatened? One of the other words that I heard was insecurities. And what are those insecurities? Without even knowing it. Really, without even know. Some of these things are like, deeply submerged in our subconscious and without even knowing it. And then one of the other words I've heard tonight was worth. First of all, what is your worth? Or what do you think your worth is? Or what have you tied your worth to? Again, without even knowing it. No. And so I'm going to type those words in the chats, so we have homework to do, as we do this work that Beverly said she had to do. I'm going to start the walk tonight. I'll be using those words. PI said really. I don't know what she was saying really about. Bisala says that I think the people you have in your corner plays a part. If you surround yourself, I guess, with people who are not sizing you up and down, I guess. And Mommy Teriba says an important thing, which, we're talking about, on the general now, it looks like the consensus is that women don't really support each other. And she says not all women belong to these descriptions, which is the truth. And PI agrees with that. Auntie, PI says, I have a tribe of women who have supported me all my life. Women who know my secrets and still love me. Aya says, it comes from fighting the person, and I'm going to put that away so that it doesn't cover this hot girl. It comes from from fighting the person you feel you can defeat, as opposed to someone who is in a position of power and is stronger than you. It's easier for women to antagonize and fight other women than men that they feel powerless against. Are you talking about selective outrage? Because we are going to...
You are something else. We are going
to talk about selective outrage tonight.
You're going to the bass goes.
Yeah, no, but I think, so I guess it really, and Aya brings up an important thing, actually, because she's saying, sometimes our aggression or whatever, antagonism should be towards the men, but because we think we can handle that, we don't have enough strength for that. It's like we fight the women in the room. Because you notice that sometimes when women are let in the room, those rooms where there's only men, the CEOs and the CFOs, then we want to be like the token woman there. Sometimes we don't want, and then when there's another woman in the room, like then we start to feel threatened. Like, okay, now I'm not the only woman in the room. So that brings up a very, very interesting point. Do women feel threatened when they have managed to enter a place where women usually enter, and then comes the other woman? Not the other woman like a side chick, or the other woman like another successful woman. Go ahead.
Successful.
Yeah, go ahead, Okiki. Yeah, I'm doing more than producing here.
Yeah. I just wanted to also ask or put another input. Could it be our backgrounds? Could it be how we were raised? Because I could tell you for a fact, not until I kind of became married and really found myself in Christ, I dealt with that for it was a battle. It was a battle for me that I felt like I was not worth, anything, because then my mother's or my family's perspective or my parents' perspective then was, women are supposed to be in certain places, like the kitchen. And they send the guys are supposed to go to school because they end up being the providers in the house. And I don't see anything that the men did, or I don't see what they've done or what they're doing that I cannot even do any better. But the fact that I have been placed under that limitation, like, okay, you can be more than this. So for
are you talking about the roles, like this, the role of what you're you're expected to?
Yeah, my exactly, or that my parents have kind of projected on me some type of way, like, okay, you go to the kitchen, or let your brother go to school. I'm like, okay, I mean, I can learn too. I can, So I already have a back role that makes me feel, oh, I'm not. Yeah. Why then? If I'm not, why is she at that level when I'm in this level?
Yeah.
Like,
and it almost is it an intimidation factor then?
It could be some type of intimidation factor. Oh, and it still boils down to the fact that you're not knowing who you are, and
And I guess when you say that, I think, well, man, I wish I could have gone after that goal if I knew it was possible for me. And then there's kind of a grieving, right? If you lose out on those types of opportunity.
Yeah, it creates some bitterness, and and then when you're out there, you see another woman successful, you're like, then you start having that jealousy, you start like hatred, yeah.
Interesting. That's interesting. Well, closing words for us about that, and we can move on. We have 2 more quick things to do, and then we can go get ready for this time we're losing.
Yeah. So my closing remark for this is, there's a saying my mother always says, it sounds better in Yoruba, but I'm going to try to paraphrase it in English where everybody will understand, especially the ones that don't speak Yoruba. And maybe our producer can help us, because she knows how to use the works to make the things happen.
Jesus.
There's a way they call it in, pardon me, Miss Bev. There's a way we call it, they say, Oju orun to eye full life farapa.
Oh, Jesus is Lord. There's enough room for all.
Oh, there's enough room for all. So that's just the closing remarks for this from me.
Love it.
Like,
there's room for everybody.
Yeah. The birds fly in the air, and their wings don't touch.
They don't touch. They don't even, and they don't collide. You don't ever see birds flying and they run into each other, no matter how much they are. There's room.
There's room for all.
For everyone.
There's no lack in the kingdom.
Yeah. So, Miss Bev, what are we talking about tonight? What's your topic on? Where's your heart?
Well, I would love to ask the lovely audience, specifically to women, Do you feel beautiful?
Ah.
Who will see this one and say it's not beautiful?
Question:
What's she talking?
with or without my wig?
That's a without.
There's a without, right?
That is a without.
Without my okay. With or without my Spanx?
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you even
Lord
said
of
Spanx.
Jesus.
Because, okay, I'm going to totally derail this conversation.
I'm so sorry. I'm not drinking.
So, a couple of months ago, and this is, I definitely want comments in the chat about this. A couple of months ago, my husband, who is home, he said to me, you know, men don't like Spanx, right?
What?
And I was like,
What?
what?
Men wear Spanx.
Well, that's aside, and he doesn't know that. But I've been married for 33 years, and this is the first time I'm hearing this. And he's like, he it doesn't leave much to the imagination, right? Like, so I want to know if you think your husband likes Spanx, because he says no. He says they shut down all imagination.
Oh my days.
It's worth a question.
Right.
Wow.
Well,
Okay, you said Spanx. It got me.
I'm gonna agree with your husband because my husband doesn't like it either.
What? You're talking about Spanx? I'm talking about, the ones that have like wires in them and stuff. Spanx are like the soft ones. There are some that have
anything to compress all the juicy parts.
He doesn't like the compression. He always likes it
a little soft and succulent.
He that's his preference.
It's a barrier.
Ooh.
I don't know why I needed this explained to me after all these years, but I do get it. So he said, ditch the Spanx. I don't care.
See, this is why I like
That is
Jeff.
so sweet.
This is why I like Jeff. You see? Precious!
All right, so wait, what were we talking about? Okay, I said you feel beautiful.
Right.
All right, so has anybody commented? I have no idea.
Not yet. DM fam, please comment in the chats. Do you feel beautiful?
They're all falling on the floor of this conversation.
Wait, yeah, because there are some clothes you can't wear without Spanx, though. It just
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you need to just firm it up, but
because things just fall in different places.
especially those of us that are.
But that's
little
like
clumsy.
saying, I'm sorry, Okiki.
I said, especially those of us that are endowed.
Okay, yeah, and I guess I'm thinking lower half, not like.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you were referring to, but
Yeah, I think lower. Well, midsection, really. The lower half. Everybody likes, do what you want with the top half and the lower half. But I think it's the midsection that's the problem for most people, So, yeah. Because, those. Actually, I don't know. So I was going out to last week, I think. No, 2 weeks ago. And I was trying out this dress and I was like, oh, I know. I was going to wear the dress that I wore to the first Daily Motion premiere. And at the first Daily Motion premiere, I wasn't wearing, too much information. I wasn't wearing Spanx, but I wasn't wearing much of anything else. So it was just a dress. But so this time around, I was like, I don't know if, I had not fit that dress for years. But somehow I picked out that dress and it fit 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, okay. You know how you get those dresses for special occasions and, you never get to wear them again. I'm like, I'm never really going to wear this dress again. I was like, oh, wow, it fit. Oh, maybe I should keep it and wear it to like some nice thing. I'm like, but you never know when it's going to fit again because it fit today, might not fit tomorrow. So I might as well wear it, right? So I'm gonna wear it. I'm like, but do you think it needs something like a Spanx under it? And I'm like, because it's such a fitted dress. I'm like, if you wear anything under it, they can kind of tell that you're wearing something. And Precious goes, but people know you have two children. They know you got kids. Like, why are you worried about that? I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
but you still need to, And so I ended up not putting anything under it, as like I wore it the first time. But somehow you just want things to be shaped well. So
shaped well.
yeah. I wonder. Yeah. Well, okay. So no takers for women. Do you feel beautiful? I'll take that. I feel beautiful. I feel beautiful. Yeah.
I
feel
love
beautiful.
that.
I do.
I love
I feel very beautiful. I very beautiful. I don't have hair. I have alopecia. But
Oh my God.
yeah,
You're still trying to get into that.
I'm still trying to get in there.
Do that.
I don't, especially over the past, I think, 5 years, I have so much now disarmed all these expectations of what I should look like when I go outside. I used to have so much pressure about when I go outside and what I should look like. What my makeup should look like, or what people expect me to look like. And I had so much pressure about if I wear this dress, and they see that, oh, I've worn this dress before. I had so much hang-ups. But for the past 5 years, oh my God, I have this black, what is it called? Well, I have about 30 pieces of jumpsuits, but I particularly have this black one. And if you call me tonight and say, Yemi, let's hang out, that's probably the one I'm going to wear. So, and I keep telling my friend, I wear this all the time. And she goes, yeah, right. You don't wear that all the time. I said, I'm telling you the truth. I wear this all the time. And she said, I've never seen you in it. I'm telling you, I can show you like 10 pictures where I'm wearing this black pantsuit. I don't care anymore. I feel beautiful. If you think I don't have enough clothes, buy me some. I've let go of all this, somebody saw me in this dress last week. I don't care.
No.
I do my FaceTimes without my wigs now. Before, you could never catch me with FaceTime without wigs. Like, now, take it or leave it. If I don't have a wig, call me, I'll pick it up. So I do feel beautiful. I do.
How about you, Kiki?
I feel beautiful. Like she said, I don't have hair either. Like,
you have hair. Is this not your hair?
yeah, but when I say I don't have hair, I've been on this curls or this short, whatchamacallit now for God knows, maybe 7, 8 years. It doesn't grow more than that. Like, I don't have hair. Like, but I feel beautiful because I think beauty is from within and not necessarily the outer appearance.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we put so much pressure on ourselves as women, where we all know how women try to alter. If it's not their butt, they're altering something, and it just poses more health issues on your body. And yeah, I feel so beautiful.
Yeah.
You even feel hot.
Yes, I can't help it. Like she said, this girl is so fire. I feel beautiful,
That is awesome. Do you think that, if I could ask this question, do you think that all women should be, the same size? There's these sizes in the clothing store. I feel like culture says this size is what we should be to be called beautiful. Do you agree with that?
I don't, because I'm not the size of the whatever the culture wants, and I am. I don't want to stand up here. So
Oh, please stand up. If you are wearing pants, stand up.
I wear pants.
Yeah.
I feel so beautiful. I feel beautiful.
Oh
And
yeah.
you are stunning.
Natural.
Yeah.
I tell my kids, and they were like, I said, look, if I can carry this leg up, I'm beautiful. I can, whatever it is on this body, if I am carrying it well,
Yeah.
Who the heck say I am beautiful?
Yeah,
Beautiful, wow.
you're beautiful. You are
Yes,
beautiful.
so
It is true.
Well, I love the fact that you both said you feel beautiful. I feel beautiful, but I haven't always felt beautiful. And I talk to a lot of women who feel very transparent, in not in a good way, like that nobody sees them. They feel very unseen. They use words like ugly or fat or and it's there. I'm no licensed counselor, right? Like I have my cheerleading pom poms up high, saying you are beautiful, you are amazing. But until I can't make you feel a certain way. I can tell you you're beautiful, but you have to believe it from within. And I really think that essentially comes from God. Until we really believe that He thinks we're beautiful.
yeah. In addition to what you just said, I just want to add a few stuff to it. Because we are maybe on the heavy side, does not necessarily mean we're not healthy. So I don't. We need to be able to balance that aspect, thinking that unless if you're in the slim side, that means you're beautiful. That means you're healthy. I remember um, my son when he was still like a little very young, and I kept asking him, "How do I look? How do I look?" And he was like, "Mom, you're fat." Like yeah, straight arrow. And immediately I'm like, I became so defensive. I would not be fat if I didn't have you.
Uh-huh.
Like I
Right.
defended myself. I was a little heavier than this. There's no doubt. And I was like, I'm not fat. I am just thick. You need to get that.
The terminologies have to be right.
It has to be right. I'm not fat. I might be thick. And if I didn't have you, I would not. Like, I just went all the way. And yeah, but we have to get to the point where, regardless of what anybody tells us, I mean, to him, I probably look fat. Yeah, but to me, I am fat. I'm thick. So we have to get to the point where we can, at least speak up for ourselves and pick up ourselves up.
Yeah, and I will put a PS that skinny doesn't mean healthy. It does not. Like you said, I just want to.
And I don't want to. I'm not a doctor. I'm a producer. But if I were a doctor, I would say I tell my patients all the time that I adjust the weight in their head all the time. We all have this weights in our head that we're supposed to be. And people sometimes have this weights from when they were 16 that they had and they're supposed to be in their heads. And I think even for your son, it's the world is so warped. What we see and what we consume with our eyes is so warped that what we have been trained to call beautiful is what we know as beautiful. And what we have been trained to call fat is what we know as fat. And so as he looks at you, he has never gotten a chance to learn what he thinks is fat. It's just what the world has told him is fat, and what the world has told him is beautiful. So we are looking at ourselves through the lens of the world. So we never got a chance to see what we thought about ourselves for real. And so I always tell my patients, adjust what your weight should be in your head, and look at your family. Look at what was your lowest weight as a teenager. When did your weight concerns start? Have you always been heavy all your life? So if you've always weighed 150 pounds and now your goal weight is 140 pounds, or your goal weight is even 150 pounds what you weighed in 8th grade, there's something wrong with that. Your body has changed, continues to change as you grow up. And so no, I do not think we should all be the same weight. I think beautiful comes in every size. And like you said, I think beautiful is not always equal to healthy. I think skinny is not always equal to healthy. Yeah. Let's do.
Remind your son too, that when he comes in for the hug or when he's not feeling well, and
Look,
he gets in there and he is
l-
just so you have all the love and curves and all that is for him.
you just nailed it. Now, this was when he was really young, and this particular son of mine is the one that really loves to touch. And I mean, he touches me so much that you would think he actually is my husband. I remember when I had my birthday, and he had to say something. He was like, "Oh, that he likes." He had when he was saying something about his mom. You know how you having a birthday, they want your kid to say something about you. He was like, "My mom, when I'm hot, she's cold. When I'm cold, she's hot." This is because when he sleeps on my bed, he tucks his feet in between my thigh.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not kidding. That's like he goes for that adipose. Like,
Yeah.
"Oof, this place feels real good." And he's that type that likes to touch. And I told him, I said, I will not be surprised if your wife is a little bit on the thick side.
On the plush,
He like
on the plush
likes-
side.
he likes some meat.
I like that. I like closing thoughts on that, Miss Bev, and then we'll go to our closing topic for tonight. I'm asking you questions in the chats, DM fam. Go ahead, Miss Bev.
Well, I guess closing thoughts for me is just to I'm so about sparking this conversation is just fantastic because I want to spark conversation with women to even be introspective with themselves and with other women about where they are at in this body image topic, because it's so imperative that we figure it out and we come to an agreement with where we're at. And I just it's just so far-reaching, the implications of how we feel about this tent of flesh, because that truly is what it is. We're so much more than just this skin. We are heart, soul, and we need kingdom perspective. So what are we doing? The answer needs to be we're changing the world. And if whatever we're not doing that's not changing the world, we need to figure out how we're going to change the world for the better. And having a good image about our body is really important.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you talked about, how you are now finding a way to combine, faith and fitness, and as we even evaluate ourselves, what do I look like? I mean, how do people see me? I mean, the first question really is, how does God see me? And as we, ask ourselves that question, I mean, talk to us a little bit about that. Like, am I beautiful? Like, does God think so?
Right. Yeah. So we know that we are created in God's image, right? So just by that nature, we are beautiful. But the essence of female is beauty. Like, it's already in our DNA. That's just how God expresses beauty in our femininity. It is just, we can't deny that. And the other thing is too, a lot of women will say, well, my body is, broken in this way, or, whether it's physically or they think they're ugly or something, some characteristic just doesn't, they have cankles, whatever the word is, whatever the concept is. And we have to go back to Genesis, where God said, your body was made good. Like, he created creation, including us, and it was good. And so when we come back to that principle that our bodies are good, then we can start to take in what that means, what God intended for it to mean, and how our fitness has become either a chore or it has ceased to be recreation. And God wants our fitness to be not an obsession, not a chore, but recreation with him. And our food as well. We didn't even touch on the food, but our relationship with food as women and as men can be very complicated. So again, bringing God into, oh, I want to go back and get those cookies, or I want to go back and have a third helping or whatever. Well, God has something better. God, those are the conversations where, we've tried diets, we've done the willpower thing, and it's not in willpower. It's God's strength and God's reconditioning of our mind to help us to make better choices and create habits that are life-giving.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, we're gonna leave here shortly, but I mean, I don't know who's gonna watch the Oscars tomorrow. Are you guys watching? Do you watch the Oscars? Did you watch last year?
Yes, I did. Just a little bit of it.
Well, I didn't watch last year. I just saw the clip. The first thing I saw was that I saw the clip that I thought was a skit. And then later found out it wasn't a skit about the slap that was heard around the world. That's the first thing I saw. But anyway, this is the 1 year anniversary of that slap that was heard around the world. And Oscars, I think, are tomorrow night, as far as I am following the news, I think. Right? Today is the 11th. Yes. So, and, this past week, I think, was when finally, a year later, Chris Rock did his live stand-up session in sort of a response to that slap, which he called a selective outrage. Which the whole point of that was that there were other things that Will Smith was probably dealing with, and he wasn't really mad at him, and one of those things may have been that his wife was entangled with some much younger guy, and maybe the slap was really meant for the much younger guy, but he didn't do it when he was supposed to do it, and he didn't do it.
I did not know this.
Well,
he didn't do it. Well, he didn't do it when and to whom he was supposed to do it.
So I mean, it was, and it's been so fun. And you're just trying to watch people's response. Thank you, Pastor E. Watching people's response to this, like listen. Somebody, I mean, your wife, and he said this very important thing, which I think it was really important, right? It was like, everybody's been cheated on, right? But you really, because there was a session of the Red Table Talk where she interviewed her husband about being, entangled with another man, right? And saying, how did that make you feel? Or something like, talking about the fact that there had been some infidelity in their relationship. And so I think Chris Rock was like, well, we've all been cheated on at some point, but nobody ever called us and said, hey, how did you feel about me cheating on you here? He didn't use those exact words. He used some very terrible words. Yeah. So he was like, this guy did not go slap the person who his wife got entangled with. He slapped me, who really didn't do nothing to him. Anyway, he thought it was misdirected rage, I think. So I'll have Miss, as Bev is processing that, I'll have Okiki. Okiki, what are your thoughts about that? And are you going to watch the Oscars tomorrow?
I will definitely watch the Oscars tomorrow. The only thing I just have to say about that what a timing, right? He waits about maybe a few weeks or a few days to the Oscar and to put this out on the perfect timing. And for me, I feel the slap must be really hard. That he took him almost a year to it took him almost a year to really, and he said that in the whatever, that he was that was a hard hit. That his what was the word he used in the Netflix stuff? Did you watch this?
I mean, I watched clips.
I actually watched it, and we need to go look at that. I mean, there were a lot of profanity words in there, but yeah, he said that was some hard hit. That have they seen Will Smith beside him? That he's a huge guy. Can you imagine? Yeah. So I think that
it looked like a hard hit.
It was a hard hit. It took him a whole year to kind of respond.
I know. Okiki is insinuating that the hit was so hard it took a year for him to recuperate, I think.
Recuperate and put his words together.
You think it gave him some kind of
It gives him some
central nervous
central
system
there we
damage?
go.
Oh, look
Damage.
at that. Either some kind of amnesia or some
Amnesia.
kind of memory loss or
You got it.
or
Alzheimer's, something
mental
fractured,
imbalance.
imbalance.
I don't think so. I think it was. I actually love that he allowed him to stew in that time. You know, I sometimes I think it's just good to let people just stew in that
Stew,
moment
yeah.
of insanity. Even though I love Will Smith is married to one of my sisters. You know, I have a sister who loves him. You know, and just because she loves him that much, I love him. And I've respected his work, and I am very sure that was just a temporary moment of insanity. Because I mean, how would you on the best and the greatest night
Greatest
of the
night.
reward of all the hard work, like the summation of the hard work that you have done? I just think it was just a momentary madness, I think. You know, so I felt very sorry for him. But still, it happened. And that's what happened. And a man also of maybe, if not equal, a parallel caliber was disgraced on a world stage. So
Yeah.
you also damaged
Yeah.
something in that person. So
Yeah.
something happened, whether or not it was intentional or not, right? So I still love though that it took him a whole year to allow that person to just wait and see what you're gonna do with that. I love the most that the response cost $40 million. You know, I love that he got paid $40 million for that special. Please, I'm looking for
Slap me.
somebody to slap
Slap.
me. Please slap me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Yeah, I mean, I love especially that he got paid. I
$1
mean,
million.
yeah, what, that is insane. Anyway, I love that. And I have a thought here. So he thought it took him a year to recuperate, and I just thought it was just strategic. And I thought that it was strategic that it's also about this time. The Oscars is coming up. So, you know, something in the news. Timing is everything. Even God is a God of time, you know?
Yeah. I wonder what he will do next year.
Who?
Chris Rock.
What does he need to do again? $40 million. What is he looking for?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Mommy yesterday says she thinks Chris was not gracious. What do you ladies think? Because he mentioned about his the infidelity in his. Mommy, are you talking about him mentioning the infidelity with him and his wife? Do you think is that why you're saying he was not gracious? Please type in the chats. She was saying Chris Rock was not gracious about discussing that. Maybe, I'm assuming. I'm gonna let her respond. Bev, have you put any thoughts together, or you're just taking this in?
I didn't. When she says he wasn't gracious, I'm not even sure. Like, I only know of the actual clip of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard any of the story post.
Oh
the
yeah.
slap.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, it's a Netflix.
Yeah.
Almost
yeah,
a
no,
whole
I didn't
hour.
see any of that.
Oh, so there was the Netflix response. So you had a special, and the special paid him $40 million. But then, you know, he found a very good way to just say, you know, this was just misplaced aggression because, you know, so I mean there were and mom said, Mom yesterday said everything. He has no forgiving spirit. Mommy. What kind of forgiving spirit is this? Mommy, this is not about Christianity. Mommy, you think this should be about Christianity?
So
Mommy.
is she saying that Chris Rock, like, he's just a bad guy? Like, he has no forgiveness for what he
has
did.
unforgiveness. Yes.
He should have just forgiven him for
don't
slapping
go
him,
there.
but he never apologized really to him really directly. And another thing that people were talking about at that time was that He, like, after that happened on the stage, he still went up and got his award. He still got a standing ovation. He still went to the after parties, after the Oscars
Yeah.
last year, and that should not have happened.
That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and no, I don't think this has an. Well, I don't know. I would not have.
You don't know
forgiven.
what
I would have. Yeah, I would have done the special.
you would have. Yeah, that
yeah.
special.
I would have
was
done a special. Yeah, I think I would have done a special.
I mean,
think
he was
so,
so
yeah.
special that towards the last minutes of the stuff, he said he wouldn't retaliate on the stage because his parents taught him better.
Yeah.
Like and then he said his parents told him, I think something like don't
Oh
be
yeah.
caught fighting with another black dude in front. No, don't fight in front of white folks. Something like that. It's
Yeah,
like-
and some of the things that he also said were a little controversial,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and I think it now brings. This a group study. It's called Learning Undivided, and I think it's really cool. It's like this group study by a church that I go to, and they're trying to just address racism as a church, and it's so cool. So we meet once a week and we talk about it. And what Chris Rock has said was, my parents taught me not to fight in front of white people, which was kind of controversial again, and saying, there was a time in this country that you were not even let in the room, you were not let, as a black person, you were not let in that room in front of white people. Then you now go in that room and mess up like that. It's like, oh, that's why we don't let you in the rooms, So,
Right.
so that was one thing. And then he had mentioned something about watching the movie Emancipation, which is a movie about slaves, and which Will Smith played a slave, and he said, I only watched that film to watch him get beat up, right? Which was a joke, and people
was
said
a joke.
you should never make a joke about slavery, whatever.
Slavery.
Anyway, I was like, that was a joke. Stop being overly sensitive. He's just trying to hurt him back. Like, he's never gonna get that
Right.
moment when he got punched back. He didn't punch him
Right.
back, which would have been worse. So he's using his words. Mommy said Mommy said he could have said all he said at the special, but ended by saying he forgives him. I get that, but that was if he has forgiven him.
If
though,
he is
because
right, because I don't even think it's over yet. He's
Yeah.
still gonna find ways to say something somehow.
No, I hope he doesn't say anything anymore, actually, because this is perfect. But I think forgiveness takes a while, though. But what if he has not forgiven him? What if he's not there yet? Do you know?
Especially if the so-called Will Smith has not verbally.
They've not talked.
apologized.
As far as we know,
Yeah.
they have not talked.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to
But
take...
Do you think that it takes the other person to have forgiveness? I mean, he could say, I'm working on it, but does he have to say it to the other person? Because the forgiveness, that's
I
a
mean,
burden you take off yourself, right?
Yeah, but that's if he's that's if he's a Christian or if he believes. I don't know his belief. You
Sure.
get what I mean? So it's probably be
Of course.
easier to say, oh, I mean, you're the one hurting. Actually, you're hurting some more with the slap and the burden of unforgiveness. You're carrying, somebody said, Yoruba would say, "Fortitu bono."
a hot slap.
Slap.
Yeah. Mom was saying that from what she understands that Will was trying to talk to him, but he refused to talk to him. I would refuse to talk to him. At that time, oh, there was no talking that was going to happen. Yeah. He was probably just
I
too
think-
upset.
Yeah, and I think the best way to apologize is the same way you disgraced him openly. You go in the public and say you are sorry.
I'm with you, sister.
And you cannot you can publicly disgrace me and secretly apologize. Heck no. You gotta do it on the same platform that you yeah.
Well, he's not allowed back at the Oscars.
Back,
so-
I know. Yeah, he's not
Oh,
allowed back.
well.
How many
I think
years is
I think
that
they
for
said
him?
10. I think they said 10. And
That
there's
would be on some couches.
Mom said he
In terms
did.
of
Mom said he did try to apologize several times. Yeah. Well, tomorrow.
Mom is a Will Smith advocate.
Mom is she's a Christian. That's
It's
what
a
it is.
Christian.
And that means we need to pray for me.
And me too.
Because I was all about that special. I was like, ah. Anyway, man, these things happen. And any man can make a mistake. And man in the form of human beings, I mean. And may God just continue to lead us as we just do our thing, and may we not be caught in the moment of frustration and do things, because I'm sure that if he could turn back the hands of time, gosh, would he have done it differently? Well, ladies, it's been a wonderful time producing you tonight. If you have any roundup or closing remarks for your guests tonight, go ahead and do it, and we can be out of here.
I cannot wait to join you guys on the 25th. I just marked down the calendar for this special.
This special guest is coming in 2 weeks. Please be here.
That is
more special than, greater than Oprah, I call her. She's wonderful.
That's good.
She's my
I just want to
seller.
say thank you. Go ahead. I just want to say thank you for joining us on this platform. I'm grateful. I'm honored. I think this is the first show I've ever done. So far, many more to come.
You are a wonderful host. Please, I'm ready. I can now go on vacation at any time.
You can go on vacation.
Your screen.
I'll try not to take your production title, producer title.
No, nobody can touch that.
Yeah, you can go on vacation.
Yeah.
I hold it down tight. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Thank you. It's been an honor. Go ahead, Beth.
Yeah.
I want to hear you.
Thank you so much for welcoming me. And I love going out here with Okiki here. We've met a couple of times, so this was actually super fun for me to do that. But thank you again so much for just having me in this community. There's so much love in this little corner of the internet.
Thanks, TM fan. Have a wonderful night. Go to bed early tonight. Turn your clocks forward. We're springing forward. Don't spring back, oh. We're springing forward, oh.
Forward ever, backward never.
Ahead, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And take care of your families. Go to church. Stay in the Word. We love you. Bye.